Hey everyone, let's talk about something that trips up, well, pretty much everyone at some point. It's that classic grammar question. Should I use much or many? We're going to make it super simple today, so let's jump right in.
You know that moment, right? You're in the middle of a sentence and you just freeze. Is it much traffic or many traffic? Well, if that's you, you're definitely not alone. It's one of the most common little grammar hiccups, and we are going to fix it for good.
And here's the best part. The answer is way easier than you probably think. Seriously, everything you need to know is actually right here, on this one page we're about to look at. So, what is this big secret key? It really just boils down to one simple idea: understanding the difference between things you can count and things you can't. Okay, first up, uncountable nouns. These are things you can't really count individually. They're more like a big blob or a mass. Think about stuff like water, rice, or milk. You don't say, "I'll have 2 waters," right? You think of it as a whole thing.
And then, on the flip side, you've got countable nouns. And yep, they're exactly what they sound like. They're separate things you can literally point to and count. 1 apple, 2 apples. 1 book, 2 books. Easy, right? Each one is its own unit.
Okay, and this is where it all clicks into place. This is the main event. Look at this. On the left side, much goes with all those uncountable things we just talked about. And on the right, many lines up perfectly with the things you can count. It really is that simple.
All right, let's zoom in on the first one. We're going to talk all about the world of much.
So here's the big takeaway for this section. The rule is you always use much when you're talking about those uncountable blob-like nouns.
Just look at the examples here. You'd say, "How much water?" Or, "That's too much rice," or, "There's not much milk left." See how that just sounds right? That's because you can't say 1 rice or 2 milks. They're all uncountable. Okay, so now let's pop over to the other side of the coin and give many the same treatment. And no surprises here, the rule for many is the exact opposite. You're going to use many whenever you're talking about things that are separate, individual items that you can actually count.
The examples prove it, right? We can count apples, so we say many apples. We can count books, so it's many books. We can count pens, many pens. It all comes back to that super simple idea. Can you count them one by one?
Okay, cool. So we've got the basic rule down. But how does this actually play out in the real world? Well, let's look at how it works when you're asking a question.
This is so simple. The rule just follows you right into the question itself. If it's uncountable, you ask how much. And if it's something you can count, you ask how many.
Here's a perfect everyday example. Think about sugar. Are you going to sit there and count every single tiny grain? Of course not. We treat it as one big thing, a mass. So you ask, how much sugar do you want?
Now, what about students in a classroom? Can you count them? Absolutely. There's 1, there's 2. You can count every single person. They're individuals. So the question has to be, how many students are in the class? See the difference?
Okay, so we've been through the whole thing. The concepts, the rules, how to ask questions. Now let's boil it all down to one super simple takeaway that you can remember forever. This is it, the golden rule. If you are ever stuck, just try to put a number in front of the word. Does 3 apples make sense? Yep, so you use many. Does 3 water make sense? Nope, sounds weird, so you use much. It's a little mental check that works every single time.
And just like that, the mystery is solved. You now know the difference between much and many. The only thing left to do is go out there and use it. So a little challenge for you. How many things can you correctly ask about today? Go give it a try.